For the past 3 months, these fellas and I have been working on a world inspired by Dream. At first it was just a world for us to practice water bucket MLGs, but we slowly added more, and more, and more. And now after months of work, I think I'm finally ready to share our world. So I'm going to start the world tour off in the main lobby, and we're going to go through each of these 6 categories. So let's start that off with the water bucket MLG. So we're now in a new lobby, and to go back we could click this button, and to read about it we could go to the select turn, but pretty much we're met with all these buttons to go to different drop-offs, and we have these different tools to try to catch ourselves. So let's just pick a random one, we'll go right here, and all you have to do is jump off the cliff that's there, and try to catch yourself with whatever tool you want. So to go back, all you have to do is type in the kill command, and once you type this out you can actually hold down control, press A to select it, then C to copy it, and then just press Ctrl V whenever you want to put that into chat. So let's just go through some of these, I'll just pick them at random. So let's see what this one is about. Drop down this one, try to catch ourselves, and there we go, and we could go back by clicking that. And another thing is that each of these signs have a little name for the course, and also the difficulty, which ranges from 1 to 6. So let's go take a look at one right here, which is just a 1. So pretty much a 1 is where if you jump off, you won't even die if you hit the bottom usually, and then a 6 gets pretty crazy. And there's only one with the 6th difficulty, it's called the Rager, and it's where you have to perfectly line yourself up with all these fences and catch yourself at the bottom. So you can see there I actually made in between the fences, but I wasn't able to place down the water in time. And some of these actually take you to the nether, and in the nether you're not able to use a water bucket, so you have to try to use something else, like a boat like that, or you could also use the hay bale and slime block. So here's one with a difficulty of 5, because this one actually takes you all the way from the top of the world, all the way down to bedrock. There, finally loaded in. Let's see if we could do this. Ah, no way. But that's pretty much what this one is. You could go around to different places and practice some stuff. I'll show a few more. These one right here are pretty good practice ones. So this one is pretty much a giant staircase, and there's 2 versions. And this one's over here a little bit farther from drop to drop, and this one's a little closer. And on this one you could just practice getting your timing right by just repeating it over and over. I don't even want to know what's going on down here. But another thing about this one is you could press the pressure plate to go right back up, and you'll go right back here. And if you die, you'll actually respawn here, and to get back, all you have to do is click this button. And so there's a lot of different ones to try out, but here's another unique one, where this one you actually have to jump from wool block to wool block. So there's the next one. I'll mess that up. But that's the idea of this one, it's just an easy place to respawn and try out a lot of unique different drops. So let's go back to the main lobby and try out the second one. So this next one is the parkour lobby, so let's go there. As this one actually doesn't have too many options, but there are some unique and pretty interesting ones. So once again, to go back to the main lobby, you could click this button, and you could read about it at the select turn. But let's pick out one of my favorites, which is this one right here. So on this one, you're actually met with this giant mountain cliff, and what you have to do is slowly figure out a little puzzle through this thing, and you just need to slowly work your way up. But I will warn you, the specific one I'm on right now has a really frustrating jump, where you actually need to do a 3-block up 1 jump, then a 4-block jump, and then another wraparound jump, and if you mess up any of them, you have to redo all 3. And so there's a few others of these mountain hill climbing ones. So there's one that I made, and here's another one where you climb up a dirt hill. So let's take a look at a few others. This one right here is one of my favorites. So you have to jump across these colorful cubes, and this one has a pretty cool ending. And there we go, we finally made it to the end. So let's see if we could do this final jump. You have to go all the way down the rainbow onto these carpets. We barely made that, and you have to keep going all the way onto the final cloud. So let's go take a look at one more parkour course. And one thing I want to say is all these parkour courses are not too difficult. They're pretty much all just for fun. So there's quite a few other courses to go check out, and with that I feel like it's a good time to mention that the world download for this world will be in the description. But let's move on to our third category. So the next one is our PvP / fighting area. So we have 5 different games here, but these all have quite a lot in them and are pretty unique. So the first one, if you open this up as a multiplayer world, you could fight other people. So right here you actually get to choose your weapon, so let's just go through this whole process. So choose your first weapons, first of 2 weapons, okay. So I guess we'll choose the axe is pretty good, then I'll get a bow too. And out of these, I guess let's get a totem of undying. And now since we got all of our gear, we're able to start the game. So each person going in to do this would get all this gear, and we also just get some gear that everybody gets. And now when the other multiplayer people come into the world, you can start battling in here, and if you actually die in this place, you'll pop back up in this spot right here, and you can say play again, so we'll say yes. And now you get to choose your gear again, and it all gets reset and put back to full health. So that's the first one, just a multiplayer fighting arena. And also one thing about the fighting lobby is you could actually go fight stuff just in here too. There's spawners everywhere that spawn different things, and you get some gear to fight them with. But let's move on to our second one, which is the Basalt Holes mob fight. So in this one you get the same sort of thing. So it says choose your game mode, so this is how difficult it's going to be. So I guess we'll just go with normal. So there we go. And now we're actually already here. So we got all of our gear, we got our sword and our shield. And this one is pretty terrifying. Things just drop down from the sky, and you get a whole range of different mobs. Being careful here. And it's this, all that freaked me out. And so it's this whole maze, and it's all dimly lit, and things jump out of nowhere, and it's super terrifying. And this is another one that's really fun to do multiplayer on, to have your whole team come in here and fight stuff. But this is pretty much just a place to fight mobs and try to get out of dangerous situations. And so every now and then more and more mobs spawn in, and if you ever want to leave, you can go back to the place where you first started, and you'll get out of here. Or if you die, you'll actually go back to a little system where it says play again. So I'll just show the system again, so I'll say yes, no will take us back to the main lobby. So we say yes. Do we want to clear items? No, all of our items are good, so I'll say no. And now you could choose a game mode, so you could actually switch up game modes. If it was too hard, we could switch to baby mode or something. And now you could actually see we got some iron armor. So this third one was a huge project just on its own, and it's actually the dragon fight. So we'll go here. And now we could choose our gear first of all. So we have the same sort of thing, baby mode, normal, we have difficult, we have ultra hard mode. So I guess we'll go with difficult. So we got all this gear to fight. If we want to go to something else, you can see it swaps it around. So we'll go with difficult again. And then right here we could actually choose the difficulty of Minecraft. So right now it's set at easy, but we could change that to hard or anything else if we wanted. And so now we could go back out here. And also to go back to the main lobby, we could click this button. But to go fight the dragon, you want to jump right in here. So once you get to this place, you could either start a new game, which is going to be what we're going to want to do, or you could play without starting a new game, and you would want to do that if you died and you're coming back in to keep fighting, or if you're playing multiplayer, you would only want one person to start a new game, and the rest of them just to click this, and you could also go back just by clicking this. So let's start a new game, and when you click this, it will give you some end crystals, so let's get those out, and it will actually reset everything, so it takes a little while, because it actually resets the entire island. So any moment now, these endermen should start moving, and this should all patch up. Yeah, this takes quite a while. There, I just saw everything happen. This is all patched up now. And now we could add in our 4 end crystals, and also when it resets, it kills the dragon, so there's no dragon here. And how it resets, you could actually see it up in the sky, is just a bunch of structure blocks. So I actually have this entire island saved off, and that took a lot of work. So once you put in all 4 of those crystals, the dragon reviving process starts to happen. And now we have to get prepared to fight. And since we chose difficult mode, we only have snowballs to take out these towers. The dragon is just about to pop up. I'll try to get this low one right here. And there we go, now we get to start fighting. So we got that one. And now it's pretty much just the regular dragon fight. If you die, you go back to that main lobby, and you can come back if you want. And you just try to take this guy out. So our next fighting game is another really crazy one. So this one's actually just called fighting game. So let's click this button. We go to another little lobby thing, and so this one says return to lobby. We could go back. We could also reset the game. We'll do that since we're going back in. It should already be shut down, so we don't need to do that. And now we could actually go and start a game. So when you go here, you pop up in this giant field. Some items start to spawn in, so we'll go try to find some good stuff. There's a bow, that's pretty good. Let's see what this is. Swiftness potion, we'll take that, that's a huge help. We got some blocks, and on this one you could actually place some blocks, because this one actually also resets it and goes and fills and everything again. Fire resistance, that's pretty good. So pretty much you go around this world, there's random items everywhere, you get a whole assortment of stuff. So now we got pufferfish eggs, and we didn't get anything too crazy useful this round, but after about 30 seconds of going around and searching for items, some mobs will start to spawn in, and I'll wait for that to happen to show you. But I'm scared because we didn't get any type of real weapons. Oh no, so there it is. So it says wave starting. There we just got our first set of mobs. And now things will start spawning in like crazy. We don't really have too much gear to protect ourselves. But also when all these mobs spawn in, more items spawn in as well. So there's some pants, we'll grab those. We already have 2 Ravengers after us. This is going to be tricky. So to get rid of those Ravengers, oh come on, this guy too. Let's see if those pufferfish could take him out. Oh yes, let's go. And these Ravengers, the pufferfish are, oh my god, I'm dead. And some other unique stuff is we have fireballs that you can actually launch at these guys. Get rid of all those. And yeah, it's pretty hectic if you're just playing by yourself. But after a little while, stuff will stop spawning in and you'll have some free time to try to fight all these guys and clear it out before the next wave shows up. So on this one, when you leave the game, you want to make sure to reset it, which will get rid of everything and also shut it down, which stops more stuff from spawning in. So make sure to do both those, and we'll go back to the main lobby. So the final one we have is just a blaze fight. So it's the same sort of thing as the dragon fight. You get some gear. So here's the wacky gear, here's the normal gear, and you get all equipped for that. You can choose the difficulty, and then you go in to fight the guy. So pretty much you spawn right here next to a spawner, and your goal is kind of just to get 8 blaze rods before one of these guys kill you. And to get back out of here, you click this red button, and then you get to leave. So that was every single game we had in the fighting area, which means we can move on to our 4th one, which is the speedrun skill practice. So in this lobby we have 4 options. We could do animal speed frying, portal building, speed block placing, or speed bridging. So let's go to the first one, animal frying. So you pop up in a giant container and there's some animals around here. Let's see what this says. So we get to return to the lobby, and back here we could shred the animals. So let's do that real quick. And there we go, they all disappear and then we get a new batch of them. So on this one all you need to do is find an animal, light it up, and try to get some cooked pork chops. So this is just practice for getting some food real quick, and you could look at what all you have in the hotbar down here. So anything that you have more than 2 of is an animal that you successfully cooked. So this next one is portal building, so let's hop into here. So we have a few different places in the world that we could go to build this. We could also just build it in a lava pit where it'll just be a 2 deep area. I also have this quick instructions on how to do it, but I'll show that in the video. So let's just go to random world spot 2. And so once you go here, there might be some stuff already placed down, like let's say a little dirt like that. So you could go and reset it, and it will get rid of everything. And you could also go back to the lobby by clicking this. So let's build our portal. What you want to do to build a portal is just to go out kind of like that. We'll go out a little bit more to hopefully get to 2 deep lava. We'll place it on water, and then you can see we have, oh no, I messed it up. But the good news is we can just reset it with this and try again. So what I'm actually going to do this time is place down a dirt block like that, water next to it, so then we could break this dirt block and create 2 blocks there. Then I'm going to break these 2 bottom blocks to create the bottom of our portal, grab some lava, put it down there. So now we have 4 blocks of our portal done. Now what I'm going to do is go to this spot. I'm going to go from the same height as the obsidian. I'm going to go 1, 2, and then 3. And then I'm going to go out 1 like that. And then we have 2 here. That's what we want. We'll break this one. So make sure you have these 2 blocks and this weird L thing. And then you could place your water. I'm going to place this here just to be safe so it doesn't flow to the back. You want to place your water right there. And it should all be contained. It shouldn't flow anywhere. That's kind of what you want to practice. And now all you need to do is fill in the rest of this. So we'll get each of these filled in. That was weird. And then the 2 top. And then we could get rid of the water. It will all drain out. And you can see that we actually built up a full portal. So we could light that and go in. So these 3 will just take you to other spots in the world. We'll check out this one real quick too. Like this sign is on fire. Oh. And so this one is just some really simple spots to practice. So we'll build up one more portal real quick. Go out 1 like that. Place down your water. Break this. And because it's too deep, we already have our obsidian down there. We get rid of this. Go 1, 2, 3. Place a block there. Place our 2 blocks like that. and now water on top of this, and if we did it right, oh yes, we did it right. What's always so scary is the water back here. It needs to flow into this spot, otherwise it will flow to the back and who knows. So now that we got that all done, we have the water in all the places we need. So let's fill in the lava, fill in those two, and then the top two. Oh, but I think you guys get the idea. It's just a nice spot to build the portals. And then once again, you could reset everything here by clicking this. It replenishes all the lava. Let me try that again. Okay, I don't know, that was kind of strange. So we're going to get out of here and go to our third one, which is speed block placing. That's kind of a weird name for it, but all this is just where you place blocks in like this. So we'll reset it by going on those pressure plates. And all this one is just where you place it on the blocks at your feet so you don't go into the water. So you can just jump over it like this. So this area is actually just kind of the lobby for it, but there's a few other places we could go to. So one is right here, Birch Fun. So let's see what this one's all about. So we could reset it, it will clear the whole area and also give us new blocks. And now this is just a more natural area of where you could do this. And let's go check out the other one. And by the way, I used to be terrible at all kinds of stuff like this. I couldn't do this even if I tried my best. But actually practicing on this world, I've gotten so much better at all this stuff. And that's one thing that I'm just really happy about. So here's the other one we have, Lava Run. So Birch Fun, Lava Run. Let's check out Lava Run. So this one is, let's see, I think they're both one deep, so you could place it down just like this. You could reset it by pressing this button. It gets rid of everything that's here. So this one is just a one deep lava area. Oh god. So anyway, this is just a one deep lava area, and this is a one deep lava area with some obstacles, because that's supposed to help you practice, where as you do this, you need to look up each time. So you need to kind of take a peek like that to see where you're going. So if you just do it like this, you don't know what you're going to run into. So now here's our final one, speed bridging. So we go into here, and it's another giant area we could reset using structure blocks. So let's actually do that real quick. So here's the reset button, click that, and it destroys everything. And this is just an area where you could practice doing your speed bridging, and all this area inside the glass will be reset. And so speed bridging, how you do that is you want to place it on a block, let go of shift, move back just a little bit, and put it back down. So I'll see if I could do it. I'm pretty terrible at it though. Oh, there we go. So let's try that again real quick. So pretty much, place on a block, let go of shift while moving back, or I guess you're always moving back. So you're always moving back, you place a block, but instead of doing it like this, you're letting go of shift at the right time to go as quick as possible. And the longer you let go of shift, the riskier it is, but the faster you go. So that's all 4 of our speedrun type things. Now let's go back. So now we're getting close to the end, and so this next one is block clutching. So we got some mini games to help practice this one. So we got 3 clutch runs, and we have 1 clutch drop. So let's try out the clutch drop first. This is one that I built up. So you start the game, you go right here, and your goal is to make it all the way down to the bottom. But obviously if you just jump, since you're on survival, you're not going to make it. And also if you try just to go and jump on top of each of these things, the red carpet will actually just take you out too. And another thing is you can't place these off of the quartz, so you have to place it off of the blue concrete. Catch yourself, we barely survived. And just to show you the carpet thing, if you step onto it, instantly takes you out. So let's try to do this real quick. Drop down, catch yourself, catch again, catch this one, and you need to slowly make your way down, trying to snag on each time. And this one is not easy. This took a long time to even be able to do it all. I cannot believe how good I'm doing. Oh, so let's take a look at some of the clutch runs. These ones are really cool. These are ones that my brother built up. So here we go, let's hit start. So this is the same sort of thing. You can't place the blocks off of the purple. You can only place it on the green. You can't even place it off of the other blue ones. So what you have to do is you can kind of do a few things like that, but you have to jump to these towers. Oh, that was close. And you have to catch yourself, and you need to make your way all the way to the end of this hallway by catching yourself each time. So let's try to make it to this one. Man, that was really close too. So let's build a quick staircase up here to get some more elevation. Catch this one, but if you don't make it, you end up in the lava. So this is a pretty small one. We have 4 different games to play, but I think that these are pretty great practice and they're really fun too. And that actually brings us to our final 2 things, which are in the mini game category, and these 2 are pretty wacky. So the first one, which is one of my absolute favorites, is George Chase. So here we have George, and this one is crazy, so let's just get into it. You click the button, it says to run, and you gotta start running. As if you hear right behind me are so many Georges, so your goal is to not let one of those Georges get you, and you need to get as far away as possible. So this is kind of a simulation of when Dream has to run away from the other hunters in the Manhunt videos, and you need to get rid of all these Georges, and you just need to get as far away as possible. So here's a quick tip, they have a really hard time making it up these things. That's pretty much that one. You need to escape all those creepers, but they're super speedy, and they have jump boost, and they could track you from 100 blocks away, so you gotta be careful. But let's take a look at the next one, which is the first thing we actually built on the server, which is the levitation game. So for this one, you get teleported out to this area, and there's a little machine here that will actually randomly pick you up and throw you in the air. And you can see we have some of the same materials for the water bucket clutches, so I'm gonna wait for the thing to pop up. There it is, it says levitation, we get thrown up, and we need to catch ourselves before we hit the ground, and that's the idea of this game. Sometimes it picks you up once, sometimes it picks you up twice and throws you really high in the air, but you can't let it take you out. 4 times in a row, we're not gonna make it. Let's try it. Oh. And so I guess we kind of made it through everything, but if you notice right here, we have a coming soon sign, because although we're releasing the world, we're not going to stop working on it. So this is version 1.0, but we plan on having a version 2 come out sometime when we add some other really cool stuff to this world. And so one other really big thing I want to mention is one of the helpers on the world, her biggest hope right now, and I don't know how we could get this to happen, is to have Dream or Sapnap or George or someone to play on this world. And just for myself, I think I would actually just explode, but for her, I know it would really mean a lot. So that's all I got for today. We're all really proud of this world, and it means a lot that you watched all the way through the video. So just a huge thanks. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.